Good morning. Happy Monday, and thank you for making the time to take care of yourself on this dreary Monday morning here in New Jersey. So because this is the first in a series of three guided meditations, I just want to take a few minutes to talk about why we're doing this and what the benefits are. So first and foremost, what is mindfulness? You can think of it as being aware and present in the current moment. I think of it as focusing on the right now as opposed to the what's happened in the past or what might happen tomorrow. And then there's an aspect of acceptance to this as well, right? Not only being present and being aware, but accepting things as they are in the moment, and just taking a moment to allow yourself to be present without having to worry about what you need to do next or how you might change something or fix something. Why should we practice mindfulness? What does this do for us? How does this benefit us? Studies have shown that those who practice mindfulness and meditation regularly see overall improvements to their health and well-being, so both their physical and mental health. It reduces stress, anxiety, and burnout, which, because we're here at the Metro Y in our workplace, burnout is a big topic for us. We want to try to avoid that. It can help you feel more connected to why you're here, why you're doing the work that you're doing, how you're successful in your job, and what it really means to you to be at work every day. So as I mentioned, this is the first in a series of three guided meditations that we'll do this month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This is kind of a preview of a broader 12-week program. So if you participate these 3 weeks and you enjoy this, and this is something that you want to bring to your team or your branch or your organization, if maybe you're watching this from outside of the Metro YMCA, we do have a full 12-week program that is intended to help you develop your own personal mindfulness practice. So today our meditation will focus just on awareness and presence. We're not going to try to change anything. We're not going to explore anything too deeply. We're just going to practice being aware of the current moment. Next week, we'll move from awareness to acceptance. So not only being aware of what's happening in the moment, but accepting it as it is and resisting that urge to change and to fix. And then finally, in the third week, we'll move from acceptance to manifestation. So we can use mindfulness as a goal setting tool to visualize what success might look like in a situation. And that really is a great way to prevent burnout, when you can focus on the positive, when you can see a brighter future. This is completely optional, but if you're interested in measuring the impact that this practice has on you, UPenn has developed the Mindful Attention Awareness Scale. And what it does is it really just measures your capacity for mindfulness, if you will. Mindfulness isn't something that we practice and then we achieve it and then we're done. It's an ongoing practice. It's something we have to constantly be aware of. So like I said, this scale really is just measuring your capacity to be mindful. So if you're interested, check it out. I encourage you to fill it out today. And then at the end of the 3 weeks, assuming you participate in all 3 weeks, and see if there's a difference. Again, just for fun, no one's going to ask you for your results. And if for whatever reason the link isn't working for you, if you Google UPenn, like University of Pennsylvania, Mindful Attention Awareness Scale, you'll find it. Okay, so with that, we're going to move into our actual meditation. So depending where you are, I invite you to find a comfortable seat or a comfortable position. If you're seated in a chair, uncross your legs, place your feet flat on the floor, feel the chair supporting you. If you're more comfortable standing, that's fine. If you're in a place where you can lie down, that's okay as well. Whatever feels good in your body in this moment. So take a moment to get comfortable. Do a quick scan of your body. Relax anything that might be feeling tense. Address anything that might feel uncomfortable. And when you're ready, I invite you to shift your attention to your breath. Focus on the natural pace of your breath, your inhale and your exhale. We're not changing our breath, be as deep or as shallow as occurs naturally in your body. If you'd like, you can close your eyes or find a point in the distance to focus on. Soften your gaze. If you need help with that, on the screen there is a beautiful photo of our very own Fairview Lake. So maybe find a point in that photo out in the distance to focus on. With each inhale, breathe in calm. Allow your body to relax into your breath. And with each exhale, exhale anything that isn't serving you in this moment. Today's meditation is going to focus on bringing our awareness to our senses in the present moment. And today we'll focus on our sense of hearing or of sound. So as you focus on your breath, I invite you to pay attention to what you're hearing closest to you. So maybe that's the sound of your breath. Maybe that's the sound of your heart beating. Perhaps your stomach is gurgling if you haven't had breakfast yet this morning. Take a moment to listen to those sounds that are closest to you, that might be happening inside of your body. If other thoughts pop into your head, that's okay. Wave hello to them and send them on their way. Shift your attention back to those internal sounds. So now I invite you to focus your hearing on sounds that are slightly more outside of your body. So maybe whatever's happening in the room that you're in or the space that you're in, those things that are close to you, but just outside of your body. And push aside any other thoughts that may come up. Just focus on what you're hearing. Remember to continue breathing at your natural pace. Now try to shift your attention to the next level of otherness. Maybe that's what's happening in an office around you, or in the rest of your house, or just outside of your home, wherever you might be. Try to extend your hearing to that next level, outside of yourself, outside of the immediate room or space that you're in, to the rest of your house or your building or your office. See what you hear there. And continue breathing, natural pace of your breath. So now I invite you to extend your hearing to the furthest point. Maybe that's outdoors. Right now I hear birds chirping in the bush outside of my window. Focus your attention on what you can hear outside of your immediate dwelling. See how far your sense of hearing is able to reach. And push those other thoughts aside. Continue breathing at your natural pace. And stretch your hearing as far as you're able. See what the furthest sound you can hear might be. Okay, now shift your attention back to those internal sounds. Sound of your breath, sound of your heart. And take a few breaths here to connect back to yourself. When you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes if you've closed them. Refocus your gaze if you had it softened. Maybe wiggle your body, get movement back, shift in your seat. So if this is something that you're interested in continuing after this meditation, I invite you to make time to practice this presence-based, this awareness-based mindfulness. And you can do this with each of your senses. Today, we focused on what we could hear. You could do this with what you might see. Perhaps you go for a walk in your neighborhood or through the forest and just really focus on what you see around you. You can do this while you're eating. If you're like me, you might just kind of eat when you can and hurry up and you're kind of shoveling food into your mouth between meetings. But I encourage you to really stop and focus on how your food tastes and the texture of your food, how it feels in your mouth. Um, and we can also do this with our feelings, either our physical sensations, like a body scan type of meditation, or how you're feeling emotionally. You can sit quietly and explore your emotions. So I encourage you to practice this over the course of the next week, and then see which sense was easiest for you to connect with. And then also which was the hardest. I chose sound today because I really struggle with that personally. So this will just help you to be more aware of how your body processes your current situation using all of your senses. If you feel like you might need help with that, there are lots of apps that you can use to continue your mindfulness practice. These were recommended by Wirecutter last year. I've looked into all of them, and I would also recommend them. The Healthy Minds program and Smiling Mind are free. Headspace and Calm do offer some free programming, but ultimately will prompt you to buy a membership. Last I checked, they were around $70 a year. But point being, you don't have to pay for this. You could also search YouTube for different types of guided meditations. Just a note for any of you who may be younger or brand new to meditation, or who might want to do this with your family that includes, younger members. Smiling Mind is especially geared towards beginners and young people, if that's of interest. And then finally, as we work to build our mindfulness, our capacity for mindfulness, things may pop up as we're exploring our different senses. That's normal, natural, and assistance is available if you need it. Certainly, if something comes up for you that reaches a crisis point, meaning something comes up that's uncomfortable that you can't get back under control without assistance, you can call the 988 hotline or text 741-741. If you're in the state of New Jersey and you use the text line, include NJ in your text. They'll connect you to a local resource that can assist you. For those of you who are Metro YMCA employees, you have access to our Concern Employee Assistance Program. The phone number and the hours, how that works is there. You and any member of your household can receive up to 3 sessions with Concern. Again, if anything pops up for you. And then, of course, you're always welcome to reach out to me, and I can help get you connected with a specific resource if you need it. So I will leave these resources on the screen for a moment, but thank you for taking time to support your own mental and emotional well-being today, and I will hope to see you next week. Thanks. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.